Hello, my dear students. Welcome you all to Sri Chandra Rank Zone classes. I am your mentor and your friend for the subject chemistry, and I will be taking the organic chemistry. My dear students, we have started general organic chemistry. This is the third lecture of general organic chemistry. Today, we are going to deal with the IUPAC naming of organic compounds containing functional groups. We discussed about that how to give a name of a carbon chain having carbon-carbon single bond with both simple type of side chains and complex locants, means the alkyl group. Okay. So today we are going to discuss with IUPAC naming of the organic compounds containing functional groups. Okay. Yeah. For compounds containing functional groups. Functional groups, they are in any group attached to a carbon chain which provides a specific function to the carbon chain is known as what? A functional group. There are of two types, type 1 functional group and type 2 functional group. Type 1 functional group, they are not considered as functional group, they are considered as substituent. Okay, not considered as functional group, they are considered as substituents. Substituents, right? Okay, they are represented as prefix. Okay, like for example, fluoro, chloro, bromo, ido in halo, halogen groups. Okay, then NO2 nitro, NO nitroso, OR alkoxy, alkoxy, and this is epoxy. Okay, so all these names, they are always used as a prefix, they never act as a functional group. Okay, they are always regarded as a substituent. Okay, some examples I will give you. When we talk about halogens, like this. When different halogens are attached, then we have to follow the alphabetical order. Attach, follow the alphabetical order. So according to alphabetical order, Br will come first. Okay, it will come first because B is alphabetically, it comes first in comparison to C. Okay, so the name will be, the numbering will be started from here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so it will be 1 bromo, 5 chloro, pentane, pentane. Okay, if multiple bond is present along with halogens or side chains in, for example, alkyl group, then always the priority is given to multiple bond. When the multiple bond, like double bond will come first, then comes the triple bond, okay, then comes the side chains. Okay, if in a carbon chain both triple bond and double bond are present, okay, then double bond will come first, then triple bond. For example, in this name, so the numbering will be done from that side which is nearest to the double bond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Numbering will be done nearest to double bond. Okay, so it is pent. Then we are having 2 ene. The ene, the E for ine. Pent 2 ene for ine. Okay, so this will be the name if we are having multiple double bonds. Okay, like we are having the double bond as well as the triple bond. Now, in this case, what you have to remember that according to the revised edition of IUPAC nomenclature 2007, okay, we actually have to look that two vowels cannot come together. If they are separated by some number, then it's okay. Then what you have to do, you have to omit this E, because if you are carrying with this ENE, it means the name of the compound is getting completed till here. There is nothing which is left over after this ENE. Okay. ENE simply means what? The chain is having only double bond. But if you are writing EN along with 4YNE, okay, then this is the correct name. This is the incorrect name. Understood? Now, now I'm going to tell you about the functional groups. Okay, this is functional group. This is the name of the functional group. This is the suffix which we will use for the functional group. Okay, with one example, and this is the prefix. Like for example, the functional group we are going to take is C double bond OH. This is carboxylic acid. The name is carboxylic acid. The suffix is oic acid. The name comes to be write, calculate the number of carbon chain, count the number of carbon chain, give the name of the parent hydrocarbon according to the carbon chain like meth, eth, prop, but, whatever it is. Okay, and then add oic acid. If it is having carbon-carbon single bond, then alkanoic acid. If it is having carbon-carbon double bond, then enoic acid. Okay, and so on. Prefix is carboxy. Although prefix is not used, then comes the sulfonic acid, SO3H. Okay, the suffix used is sulfonic acid only. Like for example, CH3SO3H. You can write this as methyl sulfonic acid. Sulfonic acid. Okay, the prefix used is sulfo. Methyl sulfonic acid. Then the third is acid anhydride. This is carboxylic acid derivative actually. Acid anhydride. Okay. The suffix used is oic anhydride. And there is no prefix to this. Now, giving you example of acid anhydride, for example, you are taking two acetic acid molecules. Acetic anhydride is basically a condensation product of two same or different carboxylic acid molecules. They will condense to release water to form an hydrolinkage. Now, what you have to use previously is it was ethanoic acid. Okay, then you have to write it is an anhydride made up of ethanoic acid. Then ethanoic anhydride. The name will be ethanoic anhydride. Understood? So this is acid anhydride. Then comes ester. Okay. The suffix used is alkyl alkunate. The suffix used is OATE. You will write the name of the alkyl group, then word root, and then you will add OATE. The prefix is alkoxycarbonyl. Esters, they are prepared from the addition of basically the alcohols and acids. For example, CH3, CH2, C double bond O, OCH3. This is the ester RCOOR dash. Okay. So here the naming will be done. The part which you are getting from alcohol will be written as alkyl group. So this part will be written as alkyl group. Okay. Methyl. And the part which you are getting from carboxylic acid, the root word for 3 carbon atom is prop, and we will add the suffix OATE. Okay, so it is having carbon carbon single bond as a primary suffix, AN, then OATE, the methyl propanoate. This is the name of the ester. Okay, so alkyl alkylate. Okay, it's better to remember like this: RC double bond O R. The part which is attached to the carboxylic carbon goes to alkylate. Okay, and the part which is attached to the oxygen, only oxygen, it gives as alkyl. Understood? This is alkyl alkylate. Acid anhydride I have given in the. Then the next is acid chloride. The suffix used for acid chloride is oil chloride, OYL, and the prefix used is carbonyl. Okay, basically it can be written as C double bond O X. Okay, acid halide. It can be acid halide in general, where X can be ClBrI. Okay, the suffix is oil chloride. For example, CH3, C double bond O Cl. Then the root word is eth, carbon carbon single bond, in E will be retained because if the primary suffix and the secondary suffix, if the ending of the primary suffix and the starting of the secondary suffix is actually starting from the vowel, okay, like primary suffix is ending with E, A-N-E, A-N-E, E-N-E, Y-N-E, and secondary suffix is starting with Y-O, O-I, then the E will be dropped. So we will drop the E, so it becomes O-Y-L, ethanol chloride. Okay, this is ethanol chloride. Okay, understood? E of primary suffix is dropped if secondary suffix is starting from vowel. Understood? Then the next is this is amide. The suffix used for amide is amide only. Okay, acid amide. Okay, like for example, and the prefix uses carbamoyl. Like for example, CH3, CH2, C double bond O, NH2, longest carbon chain 1, 2, 3. Okay, the root word is prop, carbon carbon single bond ane. Okay, E will be omitted. Okay, now this is amide. So you have to write it is a amide which is basically derived from acid. Okay, understood? So in this amide we have to reflect the name of the parent hydrocarbon. If this NH2 was not there and instead of NH2 we were keeping over there, it was propanoic acid. Okay, then now it is known as what? Amide. Okay, now after amide we are going to talk about sorry, this is propanamide. I forgot to write the name propanamide. Okay, it is a acid amide. Another example, CH3, CH2, CH2, then it is butanamide, like this. Okay, after amide we are going to talk about cyanide, C triple bond N. The prefix is cyano and the suffix is nitrile, like alkane and nitrile. For example, CH3, CH2, CN. Then 3 carbon, 1, 2, 3, prop plus ane, E will be omitted, NITRI, propanonitrile. Understood? The suffix is used as nitrile. Propanonitrile. In this case, we will retain the E in this case because nitrile N is not a vowel. Okay, so it can be written as PROPANE nitrile. Okay, CH3, CH2, CH2CN, butane nitrile. Understood? This is nitrile or cyanide. Then the next is isocyanide or isonitrile. Isonitrile is the suffix and the prefix is isocyano. Okay, then comes aldehyde, the suffix is al, and the prefix is aldo. Okay, or formyl. Then comes ketone, the suffix is on, and the prefix is keto or oxo. Aldehydes are more reactive than ketones. The table which we are going through is the priority order table. The ones which are written above, they are more reactive, like isocyanide is more reactive than aldehyde, aldehyde is more reactive than ketone, cyanide is more reactive than isocyanide, like this way. Okay. Then comes alcohol. The prefix is hydroxo or hydroxy, and the suffix is ol. Okay. Then comes SH, that is thioalcohol. The prefix is mercapto, and the suffix is thiol. Okay. Ethers we have considered as functional isomers of alcohol. Okay. Ethers we take in the form of alkoxy, that is OR means the prefix, that is why we haven't written here. Okay. Then NH2, amine, the prefix is amino, the suffix is amine. Then comes carbon carbon double bond. Okay. Alkene, the suffix is ene. Then comes carbon carbon triple bond. Alkyne, the suffix is yne. Okay. They are not true functional groups. Okay. Always written in the form of primary suffix. Now, the first rule of IUPAC says what? Selection of the longest carbon chain. Carbon chain having, if the carbon chain is having functional group, then that functional group should be the part of the longest carbon chain you have selected, means the parent hydrocarbon having functional group, or double bond, or triple bond, or the side chain. The order is, if everything is present, then functional group will be given the most priority, then double bond, then triple bond, and then the side chain. Understood? Numbering should be started from that carbon which is either attached to functional group or double bond or triple bond or side chain. But we have to keep the above rule in the mind. Okay. The first rule is selection of longest carbon chain having maximum number of carbon atoms. Okay. Then the numbering should be done. Okay. From the side which is nearest to the functional group or the multiple bond or the substituents. Okay. Now, in case of polyfunctional groups, mean when carbon chain is attached to more than one functional group, then the one which is more reactive will be represented as suffix, and the lesser reactive one will be represented as prefix. Understood? Like for example, in this carbon chain we have carboxylic acid group and the mercapto group. The carboxylic acid group, you know, is more reactive than the mercapto group. So the one which is more reactive will be given the name of principal functional group, and the other one will be named as the prefix. Like the numbering will be started from here 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 mercapto, 2 methyl propanoic acid. Okay, so my dear students, we will be discussing much more in the IUPAC. okay, rules, exceptions, okay, and the other compounds as well in the coming lectures. Till then, bye bye, take care, stay safe, stay healthy.